I built this all-in-one Traders Outpost on Genesis Part 1 in ARK Survival Ascended, using no mods whatsoever, only using the vanilla build pieces and of course the skins that are part of the game, using the Frontier and Steampunk skins from the Bob Talltales DLC, as well as the brand new Spanish Colonial set from the Tides of Fortune. I had a lot of fun designing this base, trying to integrate a lot of the new things we got with the Tides of Fortune DLC, like the little marketplace out front, and of course, if you build it along the edge of an island, you can easily add some docks as well to park your ship. On the inside, you'll find some space to keep some of your tame saves or do a little bit of breeding. There's also plenty of storage opportunities, and of course, plenty of room for all of those crafting utilities in a very cozy and multi-layered building that really offers the all-in-one solution for your base, even including a small little greenhouse off the side and of course a nice watchtower to keep an eye out on those enemy pirate ships. Hello there, survivors, and welcome back to another build showcase here in ARK Survival Ascended. So today we're taking a closer look and a full tour of this Traders Outpost that I made on Genesis Part 1. But of course I'll also be making a full step-by-step build tutorial, so once that's out you can go ahead and build this one for yourself. As always, if you enjoy seeing build videos like this and you want to continue to see more, make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and of course feel free to leave your suggestions for future builds you'd really like to see down in the comments below. So here we are in the ocean biome on Genesis Part 1, and of course this trader outpost uses a lot of that brand new Spanish Colonial Skin that we got with the Tides of Fortune DLC. Now if you're wondering where I built this, you can find this base right over here on the map on one of the, well, medium-sized islands, I suppose. It's a pretty cool location, and I chose this mainly because it had a lot of flat space right on the beach so that I could easily build this base here and still have a little bit of a dock here. I didn't integrate the shipyard in this design because it is quite big, so that will probably be in a future build. But yeah, you can see we have a quite cool looking building, especially the facade from this angle I think looks really cool. You can see all of the different layers. We have the marketplace right in here, wedged in between the two buildings, and of course I added some cozy little docks as well to, well, dismount your water tames or of course park your brand new ships that are also part of the DLC. And if you're wondering about the cool saddles you'll see on some of my creatures, it's actually Drowned Souls custom cosmetic. It's a premium custom cosmetic that gives you some really cool saddle skins for the Meg, the Tuso, the Spino, the UT, and the Thyla. And yeah, I just really like the look. It kind of fits the Genesis vibe with all these pirate materials. So I figured have some of those around, but of course we have all sorts of creatures around just to kind of emulate what life could be like in a base like this. So yeah, let's hop into the base and actually take a proper look around the place with my little peg leg. But yeah, as you can see, this is an easy place, of course, where you can dismount your tames, park your ships, rafts, whatever you're using. And I decided to kind of decorate it, of course, with all sorts of goods, the fishing basket, the barrels, just to bring some proper life to the place. And then of course we have the main building itself. We have the double entrance here of the kind of dino pen area. Then we have a nice balcony above that, and we have an opening. Originally I was like, oh yeah, then you can fly into the crafting hall, but of course we can't really fly in Genesis, so that probably won't happen. But I do like it as a cargo hole that you can haul in the goods into your base, and if you want to secure it, of course you could just add a window there instead. But yeah, I quite like that, and I especially like this little nook in the middle where we have that little marketplace, and then we have a small balcony above that too, and kind of a connecting building from the main building and the building here on the right side that also has this cool tower at the side, just to add a little bit more height and a cool vantage point where you can enjoy the views of your surroundings. Then right behind it you can see the small little greenhouse that I added so that we can grow a few crops in there. You know, you need some carrots maybe for the burrow bog, or Just some food in general, always nice to have. And then around the back you can see slightly different design. Again, a big window here at the back. We also have a staircase going up to the second layer that you can utilize. Have a nice little window here, and of course again those entrances to the dino pen so that you can enter from both sides. And then we have some nice windows along this side of the building on this side too, making for the full loop. So yeah, I'm quite happy with all the nice little details everywhere. And as you'll see, there's definitely a decent amount of space in here that you can utilize. The tower itself offers a little bit of extra storage. I just kind of have some barrels in here, but of course you could utilize this as a proper room. We do have a little room here in the middle if you wanted to. I didn't really just fell down here. I didn't really add any decorations in here, but yeah, you could have a little room, bedroom, whatever you want to. And of course this also leads all the way to the top as a nice vantage point, or if you're building this on other maps, I suppose you could definitely park your flyers there. But yeah, the main base itself is more in the other buildings, so this tower is mostly a little bonus, I guess, to have. We can enter the base right here. We'll see different layers, etc. Quite a cool layout. First of all, we have some storage over here so that we have plenty of vaults available that we can use for all of our main storage. We have a bit of crafting going on, and as I said, a greenhouse. I think mostly these two at the end have the full effectiveness. I think these medium ones, I tried to add a few more in there, but like they don't have the full effectiveness. But of course you can also stack these up higher so that you can still grow a bunch of plants with that effectiveness being there. But yeah, it's a nice and cozy room here. And then you might be wondering why I had the stairs going up. Well, it looks cooler, but I'm still utilizing that space by having secret doors here so that you can have your generator here, etc. Anything that you want to have hidden, you can easily hide there with some secret doors. Then we have some more storage over here, and the bounty board, of course, which is also a new part of this DLC, as well as the ledger, which I think lets you kind of access all of the storage all around your base, which is quite nice. And then you have one place to access it all. We have the Enki here also parked. We have our Thyla with a really cool saddle, as well as the Uti and the Rhino. But you can see it's a decent amount of space in here, so you can definitely house quite a few creatures, do a little bit of breeding to get yourself going. And then along the sides we have some more storage and needs whatever you want. It's a pretty decently sized space to utilize for your creatures, or in any way that you see fit, because if you don't want to have your creatures inside, you could definitely have the main crafting room in here. Although you'll see there's actually a surprising amount of space in this base because of, well, the clever design, because I didn't add a staircase in that base. We have a lot more room there. We can go up right over here. This is kind of the middle layer. We have a beautiful table setup. Also really like this because of the shark, of course. That just seems like a very nice touch for me. And we have access to our lovely balcony here, looking out on our docks just above that marketplace that we saw before. And then if we follow this way, this is kind of the crafting area. So this is more of the functional base. So we have the egg incubators here and a lot of the crafting and storage that you might need. But you can see it's a pretty big room, so you can definitely transform it into any way that you see fit. And then over here we have access to the bigger balcony, which again has some nice views, of course, of your surroundings. But more importantly, if you do build it on a different map, of course, that's where you could park your flyers. Then over here we have the staircase to go up to the final layer. Again, this is where that cargo hole is, which is quite nice. We have some linked storage, a bunch more storage over here, of course, and then some more crafting stations up here. As you can see, still a decent amount of space up here. So again, I don't think you'll be running out of space that easily in this base, which is definitely quite nice in my opinion. It's always nice to have a bit more space so you can utilize it in whatever way you see fit. Then over here on this side, we have a bit more. We have a little kitchen going on over this layer. Then we have a cozy spot to hang out with a library and some extra storage over on this side. And then finally a cozy little bedroom with some of the new skins on the beds as well, looking quite cozy. So yeah, definitely a decent amount of space in total. And then of course over here we have another door leading out the back that kind of goes to the other side of the building. So yeah, if you need to exit from this side, there is another option there, which of course is always convenient. So you have multiple ways in and out of the base, and yeah, I quite like the way it turned out. Of course, I added some additional details. All the plants are from JV8 landscaping, just to kind of make it look more natural. But as I said, for the base itself, for the entire build, you do not need any mods at all. It's all using the vanilla structures and the vanilla skins for a really nice combined look. I did paint some of the wood textures here white, or actually silver, to get a little bit of a different look, which I think makes for a nice contrast. But yeah, quite like the way that this turned out. This is my first try kind of trying to utilize these new cosmetics, and of course also combining them with some of the ones that we've had before, and just kind of seeing if I could figure out a style integrating as much of those new things. And I especially really like these little details on top of the roof. I think those add a nice extra bit of character to the entire build, and yeah, I'm very happy with it. I really hope you guys like this base as well. And as I said, a tutorial will be out soon, or maybe if you're watching this a little bit later, might already be out. So if you want to build it for yourself, you can definitely do so. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate all the support. And as I said, if you have any suggestions for future builds you'd really like to see me do, leave them down in the comments below, or join my Discord, and there's also a suggestion channel over there. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again in the next video or the next stream. For now, goodbye.